Nerd Reactor, roll out.
What's up, Reactorites? John here, and yes, The Witcher is coming out on Netflix this week, and I'm super excited about the release, and can't wait to see what other people think about it. As for me, I was able to check out the first 5 episodes, and overall, I would say that the Witcher, captures the characters. For this one, the big main 3 characters, you got Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia. You have Anya Chalotra as Yennefer, and Freya Allen as Ciri. Geralt with Henry Cavill, I think he's perfect for this role. He's very he can be serious, but he's got the dry humor and just the voice. He's got that deep, raspy voice, which I love, and it's perfect for this character that goes around hunting monsters, and sometimes you're not sure what he's thinking because he's fought a lot of creatures, and he knows that sometimes the people can be the monsters too. But yeah, with this, like Geralt of Rivia, you want to watch him kick ass, and he kicks a lot of asses, especially with the first episode, the end of the first episode, and later on we starts to fight monsters. You get a lot of these monster fights that are really cool and kind of horrific. Like, it just reminds me of a horror movie, and so yeah, fans will be happy that there will be monsters, and he'll get to fight them and slay them. So with Freya Allen as Ciri, there were some reservations about she's too young. Well, this is an origin story where you get to see how she was with the parents that she had, and the battle that ensued, and what she has to do, because now she's on a journey to find Geralt of Rivia. And with this Ciri, she does have special abilities, and it's kind of cool to just explore that with her for that character, and just seeing how what's going on, because when you first discover these powers, how is the person going to react to it, and how is the situation going to help them or hinder them. And it's kind of interesting to go along with the journey with Ciri in this, especially she's trying to discover herself. And another character that's trying to discover herself, you have Yennefer, and let's say in the games, or even the books, the sorceress, they're described as beautiful, and in the game, the Witcher games, Yennefer, she's a beautiful lady. And so here, there were certain reservations with the casting. I was like, you know what, Anya Chalotra, casting, I'm gonna just watch this show for what it is, and I'm just gonna decide whether I like the performance or not. And I would say Anya as Yennefer, she has done a bang up job. I really like how she portrays Yennefer before, because you get an origin story with her, and if you read the books, it's explored how she has a hunchback, so they actually explore that, and you really get to see how her life sucks. The sorcery, once she becomes the beautiful Yennefer, here she's got the hair, she's got the black outfits, and she's still acting a little sophisticated, completely different from how she looked like as the one with the hunchback. And this was a transformation, and there are certain scenes where you're watching, you're like, whoa, this is nuts. This is Netflix type mature rating, and it's crazy, it's intense, and these are the things that the characters have to go through, through the transformation. I really like that about the show, where they don't shy away from it, and they just show you hey, it might not be a pretty sight, and people could be suffering or hurting because of this. And so let's show it in a raw state, so it really feels raw. You really feel the performance of Anya Chalotra as Yennefer and her transformation. So yeah, I'm sold on her. So there are other characters that are fan favorites. For example, Dandelion, and in the books and the show, he's Jaskier. He's played by Joey Beatty, and I think he's a fun character as this. He loves to sing. He's a bard. He's telling stories about Geralt of Rivia, and I enjoyed watching him on his journey, just traveling alongside Geralt of Rivia, and just seeing how the dynamic is, where Garrett is kind of like put off by him, but then somehow things work out in the end, and you're watching. It's like, yeah, this is like a friendship I like to see forming, and hopefully there's more of it, because fans would know, like, oh yeah, these guys are friends. But it's kind of cool to see how they first meet, and just to see how that friendship blossomed, and just see all the bickering. Well, just mainly Geralt of Rivia just doesn't want Jaskier around. It's like, what are you doing here? Get out of here. I don't want you around me. Yeah. So Triss is played by Anna Schaefer, and for me, I think she was a miscast. And it's just watching her, I'm like, who's this person? It's like I really don't feel for this character, and I'm just like, the first time I see her as Triss, I'm like, whoa, not in a good way though. So maybe in the future episodes after episode 5 she can convince me otherwise, but so far I just not a fan of the performance of Triss. But yeah, I want to talk about the episodes. Like, in the beginning, the episodes feels kind of rough, where the story kind of felt like it's really moving very fast, especially with how the characters' relationship is. Yeah, for example, certain characters, when they would talk about themselves, like, oh, is this person bad? This person kills. But it just felt like a lot of just dialogue where you don't really feel that this person's a threat. Like, am I a monster? I'm like, you tell me. Like, I don't know anything about you, and you're just talking, and then sometimes the relationship just comes out of nowhere. And other certain characters, they've yet to grow on me. But as the episodes progress, you're watching more of it. It's like, okay, I'm getting the feel of this, and I think like the characters, the actors are able to feel more comfortable in their roles, and so far it's getting better, especially later on as you keep watching it. But yeah, The Witcher on Netflix, very entertaining show, action packed. The blood is and the gore is pretty gruesome. It kind of reminds me of like just like an HBO show where there's like a lot of just blood and guts with like sword play, especially from Geralt of Rivia. And the action is pretty up there for this fantasy epic on a Netflix show. And I was impressed. Just watch the ending of the first episode, and you get a taste of like how the action is going to be. And I was like floored away. I was like, whoa, this is brutal. And I'm like, wow, this is good stuff. And other action scenes where you watch more with Geralt of Rivia fighting the monsters. So yeah, the action is great. And so the episodes, kind of rough, but then once you get more into it with the characters and they get comfortable, it starts to get better. But yeah, I just enjoy watching these characters with Henry Cavill as Geralt, and Anya as Yennefer, and all these characters, having their own story, seeing how they grow, and somehow they're going to come together. It's going to be an exciting time. So first 5 episodes, like the first 2 episodes, I felt was a little rough around the edges, and it starts to pick up like episode 3, 4, and 5, especially with the performance from certain characters. I can't wait to watch the rest of the series. And so yeah, those are my thoughts for The Witcher on Netflix. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comments below. With that said, I'm John. I'll see you guys next time.